checking in regarding Michael Vaughan. I did some additional planets. I know nobody's on. I didn't announce to anyone that I was coming on. Just kind of doing this by the seat of my pants as per usual. I just kind of don't think. I just fly by the seat of my pants. Anyway, I just wanted to show you my first phase of the mapping of the important timestamps that Michael Vaughan went missing. So Michael Vaughan, this is my second video regarding Michael Vaughan. He did go missing on July 27th, 2021 in Fruitland, Ohio. There was a nearby address that got involved a little later in the case of the Wanderer's residence, and they did dig up the backyard. They said that dogs hit on human remains, a couple of dogs, and that there was evidence of human decomposition in the backyard. I do not know if it was Michael Vaughan's human decomposition in the backyard or someone else's human decomposition in the backyard, but law enforcement has stated that they feel confident that Michael Vaughan was buried at one point in the backyard and then later moved. So this is me kind of looking at the suspects that law enforcement has mentioned, okay? These are suspects that are well known. If they were people that, you know, there is a couple of names that I have looked up that are not listed as suspects. For example, there was another roommate that was living in the house by the name of Tanner. I kind of have him kind of deleted out for the suspects. So, even though he was staying at the home. So I'm just going to just show you some of the mapping, what I have found, and hopefully get you close up here so you can see it. See the chart. Hello. I know I don't have anyone on. It's good to see everyone. Whoever comes in, welcome in. So this is location astrology for a missing boy by the name of Michael Vaughan Monkey. And I'm just going to show you what I have so far. So this is a timestamp between 6:30 and actually, let me move you back here a little bit because I can't get you too close here. Sorry. I'm always struggling with trying to get you guys in the right spot. I'm locked out of my laptop, so I can't share my screen with you guys. If I could share my screen, I would, but I can't. Okay. So, this is the last known location that Michael was last seen. Eyewitness account, right? Right here in this area here is this last known location. So I have mapped out a few other spots on the charts. So I added Pluto, which is a planet of death and transformation. That goes out here. The planet that is ruling Michael does map out to the Wanderer's house. So they are there's 4 people that are listed as prime suspects in the disappearance of... Hi, Jeremy. Hello, it's good to see you guys. Hi, Noah. Hi, it's good to see you. So this is the suspect's house here, And this line is the line of Jupiter that does go right through the backyard. Matter of fact, the satellite picture of this shot shows you pretty much where they dug up the backyard. It still is missing all the grass. And I believe that the one suspect says that after being interrogated for a long time, said that Michael Vaughan's body was buried by the shed. Well, here's a shed right here in the backyard. This line is ruling Michael Vaughan. It's the line of Jupiter. And you can see that this line does go through their yard. You can tell that it matches up to the mile marker in the chart as well for the timestamp of 6:30. And that timestamp is probably good between 6:30 and 7 when they believe that Michael Vaughan disappeared. So is that a coincidence that, that the astrology is mapping out these suspects' house and yard? I mean, you can still see where law enforcement dug up the yard. Everybody else's yard is green. They dug up this whole yard looking for Michael's body, okay? Because they were getting hits from the dogs that there was decomposition, human decomposition from multiple dogs. So you can see where they dug it up. Now, they did not find human remains. They did not find skeletal remains, but they did find evidence that possibly human decomposition was there, and they feel confident that Michael was moved. So there are a few, it is weird that the astrology is mapping out the places that the suspects were at that day. This chart is Michael Vaughan's chart, okay? This is this AC line, this timestamp of this AC line at a 22 degrees, which is not the best degrees for any chart in crime. It's a 22 degrees is a kill or be killed degree. So, this is Michael Vaughan's chart. I did plug in asteroid placements of all of the suspects. Now, again, the suspects are considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. I'm not accusing them of doing anything. This is just astrology. You don't have to take it as fact, okay? This is just me sharing my astrological personal opinion, looking at the charts with being self-taught on how to do this. I'm not a professional astrologer. I'm teaching myself how to do this, okay? So there are places that the suspects traveled to that day. And, hey, you're from Cameroon? Oh, wow, welcome. It's good to see you. Okay, so this was a landfill that they visited. Well, they didn't visit, but they drove, from what I understand, they drove past it. Now, this asteroid right here, I have the asteroid car show up in the 7th house near Mercury. So I just wanted to see on the mapping if I have anything that matches to car. And I do, which I find that very interesting, because this is the way astrology can talk to us sometimes. There is a road by the name of Carr right here. Again, is that a coincidence? I'm not sure. And this road that's named Carr, it's named Carr Estadal D. I'm not really sure. Carr East, or I'm not sure actually the name of it. But it does go near this Clay Peak Road. And from what I understand, one of the suspects mentions this landfill. And it does sort of map out to my asteroid Child. I have an asteroid by the name of Child, and I have a planet here, Uranus, that maps out near this landfill. And it is in a pie section here. So, and the road Car, which is in the house that rules the open enemy to our victim, is showing up here as well, which I thought that was pretty interesting. I have the root of the matter, the IC line, and Uranus, and an asteroid by the name of Child that does go right through here. So this was another area that I was curious about, you know, that should possibly be searched, okay? The other areas that I'm interested in, just looking at the crime chart. Now, I'm going to look at other dates that the suspects got arrested and things like that and see if anything matches up. But I just wanted to show you what I have so far for the mapping, for the, basically for the time, for the mapping for the time that that Michael Vaughan, the timestamps that Michael Vaughan went missing. And it is weird that it is mapping out the suspects. I'm not sure what A and W that one of the suspects said they went to and possibly got something to eat, but this is an A and W that I found in Fruitland, near Fruitland, Ohio. I'm not sure if this is the one that he was at, but I do have the line of Venus going through here, which is interesting because Venus can rule food. I mean, eating, right? I mean, Venus is all about luxury and value, give and take, push and pull, and Venus loves food as well. So, and using your mouth to chew, it rules the neck, you know, your gullet. So that kind of traces out something matching up in the chart as well. Now, I did map out Stacy Wanderer. I mapped out his asteroid. And it does go right near the house that they visited that day. So, see, right here is Stacy's asteroid. And this is the house that they visited in Kuna. And his line, you know, again, this is Michael Vaughan's crime chart. And if these suspects weren't involved, I really am really questioning, you know, that the astrology is tracking them, basically. Doesn't mean that they're guilty, okay? I'm not saying that Stacy is guilty. I'm just saying that it's odd. If Stacy isn't involved, then the astrology really shouldn't be tracking him. And unfortunately, this is Stacy's asteroid, and it is tracking him because here is where they went that day. Here's, you know, where he went and had something to eat too. Even Eagle, I think he mentioned being on Eagle Road or something about an Eagle Road. I have that mapped out too. So if Stacy Wanderer isn't involved, I mean, he might not be involved. This might all be a coincidence, but the astrology is tracking them. It's tracking their movements and their whereabouts that day. Of course, does this mean that they're guilty? You know, suspects have rights, so I'm not going to say that this makes them guilty, but I am going to say that it's very suspicious that the astrology is tracking these suspects, including tracking their house, that little Michael Vaughan, that law enforcement feels that little 5-year-old, you know, Michael Vaughan, who's been missing since 2021, they feel confident that, you know, that these people are involved somehow in his disappearance. So why is the astrology tracking them then? That's kind of where I'm at. Hey, Kelly. It's good to see you. So, yeah, I'm struggling with that. If this is Stacy Wanderer's asteroid, there's only one Stacy in the whole data bank of all the asteroids. And here is Brandon's mom's house in Kuna. And look how close this all is. So, you know, these areas up in the hills and the mountains, I'm curious about. This creek here, this pond here, this lake. Also, you know, the line of Saturn and the line of Jupiter that was, you know, Jupiter was ruling Michael when he disappeared. So if we follow the line of Jupiter and see where that's at, here's my line of Jupiter. I tracked out 1.7 miles to 17 miles to 2.2 miles to out to 22 miles. So this river here that separates Idaho and Oregon, I'm curious about. I mean, doesn't mean that he's in the water, but he could be buried near it. So here on this corner area here I have Snake River right in here. On that mile marker, on the 17-mile marker here, Welch Island would be a spot that I would definitely check out here. This whole area here, it looks like some type of factory or treatment plant here, which can be Pisces, can be Aquarius energy, if that's a water treatment center. So anything here, around this whole area here, I would be interested in. Up and through here, this whole long back pathway, I mean, we always want to keep hope alive. Welch Island, railroad tracks as well, rules Aquarius energy. And Saturn was in Aquarius when he went missing. So, you know, yeah. This is a good spot, I would say, to look or search. If I was law enforcement, I would be checking this area out. This looks like there's some water over in here. So this whole area I would really be interested in for them to check. Let me see if I should brighten this up a little bit because the sun just went down here. Maybe that might help you guys see better. You can see it's kind of like swampy in here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Good. So this is the line that's ruling him. And I'm very interested in this area. Snake River. And the line of Saturn is here. It takes me right through Snake River as well. So these little areas in here that are closer to his home. Again, this looks like a little runoff pond here. I would check this area, especially over in here and all along this river into the brushes here, under this bridge. Aquarius and Jupiter, that can rule bridges, higher areas. Aquarius rules like high cliffs, scenic, beautiful areas, bridges as well. Areas of land that's kind of rocky and not stable, right? More like natural. Aquarius rules rivers, anything that's moving. If you think Aquarius has that line that goes like this, that represents movement. So fresh running water, railroad tracks. Even if the railroad isn't there anymore, it still represents movement of Aquarius. Aquarius rules your ankles. Even that is a forward movement action. So it's symbolic. These areas here that have water, I'm interested in as well. All along here, this corner, see these pathways for Michael Vaughan. Very interested in these spots here as well, which isn't far from his house. Like I said, I have 1.7 and 2.2 miles out from where he went missing. So in between here is between 2 mile markers that match up on the chart. I am very interested in this area in here, right in here. So they should really be searched. Hey, Julia, it's good to see you, sweetheart. Thanks for coming in, guys. I know I didn't kind of announce it. I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants and do this stuff. So I don't really think it through. I just jumped on real quick. So yeah, this area in here, interested in. This area right here, I'm interested in, even though I don't have a planet going through it. It's still mapping out between a mile marker, right? In between these 2 mile markers. So this whole area should be rechecked a few times during different seasons and different times of the year, because you just never know. All right, so I will be back in to work on phase 2, which is looking at Sarah's arrest date. I have her getting arrested. See, Sarah got arrested on April 13th, 2022. Then she was released. Then Sarah Wanderer got arrested November the 6th, 2023. I need a time that she got arrested on April 13th when and then I believe they were both taken in for questioning about Michael's disappearance on the 19th. May 19th, 2022, I believe. Sarah and Stacy both were questioned about Michael. So she pulled a gun on Tanner, the roommate, and she got arrested. And the 2 suspects are Starkeys next door. Now, I have one neighbor named, what is his name? Carson? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. So, Starkeys is one neighbor, and another neighbor, I believe his name is Carson. And then Stacy Wanderer got arrested, I believe, in May 6th. So I'm going to have at least 3 more additional charts and maps to do. I'm just going to map out their arrest dates on it as a different color over top of this and see what I come up with. But yeah, very interesting stuff. So I will look that up, Julia. Okay, that would be great. I really appreciate it. Carson Starkeys. Okay. His sister, too, both live in the same house next door. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Julia. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So I'll look that up when they got arrested. So I just wanted to show you, basically Stacy Wanderer's asteroid does map out. They're tracking them. And I don't have an explanation for why the astrology is tracking their movements throughout the day, but it kind of is. Stacy Wanderer's asteroid goes right down to Brandon's mom's house. And it could be a coincidence, or it could be that they're involved and the astrology is tracking them. Okay? Somehow they're either directly involved or they're indirectly involved and the astrology is tracking them. And I don't have an explanation to give you for that. Like I said, it could be a coincidence or it may not be a coincidence. It might be that the astrology is trying to tell us about these suspects and their movements throughout the day are embedded in the astrology of missing Michael Vaughan, including it's tracking their house. And it goes right through their backyard. And this is the line that rules Michael. So hopefully when we put in their arrest dates and try to figure out a time that they're arrested, that, even Even that other splash pad, I have a line going through that. Even the A&W place that they ate, I have something going through that as well. It's, hey, videos. How you doing, videos? Is things getting better for you, honey? I hope you're doing okay. Was thinking about you the other day. I saw your message. I'm here for you, honey. Anytime, okay? You can reach out to me on Messenger. I'm still learning how to use Facebook. I really don't know how to post videos on Facebook or anything like that. But I have a Messenger account. And, you know, you can send me a message on Messenger. And if you'd like me to give you a reading, I can. So I know that you've been struggling. This year is going to be tough, guys. 2025 is going to be tough. Going into April, you know, Saturn is getting ready to go into Aries, the sign of Aries. There's going to be a lot of conflict. And then, you know, Mars is getting ready to go into the sign of Cancer. That's just a lot of conflict, anger, rage. People are kind of not themselves right now. Okay? Like, there's going to be a lot of conflict that we're going to be witnessing. A lot of aggression, people losing their temper, accidents, you know, especially things with the air, because we have this Aquarius energy going on. So I kind of, if you look at my my community post, I kind of mentioned this earlier, like anything that flies in the sky, it's going to have a spotlight on it. Any type of movement in the sky because of the Aquarius and Pluto energy. All right, so I just wanted to show you what I have for now and show you a couple of those spots that, you know, should probably be searched for Michael. I am really interested in the river, Snake River, even all the way out to here where it crisscrosses again. In here. Very interested in that because it's going in between 2 mile markers and his ruling planet. So you can see the 2 mile markers. There's 1 mile marker. There's another mile marker. And this whole area in here I'm interested in because Jupiter is ruling him at this time. Ontario Island, Welch Island. What is that called? Johnson Island, Snake River. That area in here I'm interested in. I don't know if they've ever searched it, but the astrology is kind of, I don't know, I feel drawn to it. Okay, the moon is also a second indicator of where a body could be located, and the moon can also represent a location of where a body could be located. So, you know, the moon is in Pisces here. And that can be waterways, fresh waterways. So Neptune is in Pisces. I have Nessus in Pisces. Even him being in Aquarius, Saturn being in Aquarius, that can rule not the ocean. The ocean is something different. This would be more so freshwater sources, water treatment plants, sewers, sewer runoffs, man-made ditches, natural ditches that have lots of rocks in them, things like that, water conduits, railroad tracks, cliffs, high mountains, hilly areas. That's all Aquarius energy. So I am interested in this area in here too, where the moon is. So that's above Ingard, I believe that's how you say it. Sorry, I'm trying not to shake my hand so much. This is the Payette River the moon goes through. Near Washoe. So Payette River, it's another little area I'd be interested in right in here. All through here. So there's Ingard or Ingrid, Payette River, Washoe. This area in here. It doesn't mean that he's in the water, but he could be definitely put near it, okay? So I hope that helped. And then when we map out their arrest dates, we'll see if anything else matches up. The IC line is the root of the matter, and it's taking me through Payette River as well. So it is interesting, guys. All right, I'm going to head out. I just wanted to show you what I had and give you a few locations that I feel the astrology is definitely mapping out that we should check. Just keep praying for little Michael Vaughan, guys. We'll find him soon. All right, blessings to you all. Blessed be. Bye-bye now. Take care of each other. Be kind to one another.